This video examines the 2025 Caribbean Standoff, a collision of two world orders at the edge of the Americas. As of December 2025, the crisis has peaked with 28 or more airstrikes and over 104 casualties. The standoff is centered around Operation Southern Spear, a de facto naval blockade initiated by the United States. Its objective is the economic strangulation of the Maduro regime via oil blockade and disruption of alleged narco-trafficking. The Caribbean Standoff represents the terminal phase of the Oceanic era. It highlights the failure of a 500-year-old paradigm based on maritime control against a rising order based on physical resources and continental integration. Russia's Caribbean Shield changes the physics of war. The deployment of the S-400 Triumph system creates a 400-kilometer anti-access/area denial bubble, negating U.S. air superiority in the southern Caribbean. The rumored presence of Russian Oreshnik missiles creates a hypersonic checkmate. This threat, capable of Mach 10 speed and reducing the response window to less than 5 minutes for a strike on Washington, D.C., is an existential escalation. These events create global ripples, marking a final end to the disarmament architecture. Russia's suspension of the New START treaty inspections, following the abandonment of the ABM and INF treaties, signals a world without mutual verification. While Russia builds a shield, China builds a bypass. China's strategy is focused on creating a continental trade network, the Oceanic corridor, to link South America's coasts and bypass traditional U.S. maritime choke points like the Panama Canal. The Chinese-built megaport at Chancay, Peru, is the cornerstone of this continental bypass. Operational since 2024, it is more advanced than any U.S. port, reducing shipping time from South America to China by over a third. The proposed 3,000-mile Oceanic railway is the artery that will feed the Chancay port. It connects Brazil's heartlands to the Pacific, enabling resources to flow west instead of north, effectively challenging the canal's dominance. China also deploys, medical diplomacy with the Silk Road Arc hospital ship. This mission harmony focuses on humanitarian aid, creating a moral counter-narrative to the U.S. Operation Southern Spear of coercive diplomacy. The U.S. response relies on the tools of financial abstraction and legal declarations. Tactics include designating cartels as unlawful combatants and applying financial strangulation through sanctions, and a total naval blockade of oil tankers. The Oceanic playbook is failing because the world is no longer bound by its rules. U.S. tactics are met with grounded, physical counters, such as Chinese investments enabling the oil flow despite the blockade and regional rejection of unilateral pressure. The 2025 standoff has transformed the Caribbean from an American lake into a continental littoral. This is a space where Eurasian and South American land-based interests challenge the traditional hegemony of maritime power. The Oceanic era is over, and the continental era has begun. The ability to project power will no longer be determined by the size of a fleet, but by the depth of a nation's roots in the physical world and continental infrastructure.